What's up, friend? Welcome back to another Lorwyn Eclipsed standard video. Today we're going to have a look at a crazy deck list. This is a Vivid Calamity deck that tries to take advantage of these new Vivid cards from Lorwyn Eclipsed. So, for example, we have the Wildfire Pummeler here. This is a 7 mana 6/5, but it has Vivid, so this costs 1 as to cast for each color among permanents you control. You get a 6/5 with Reach and Trample. So the way that we're trying to make every color possible is through Leyline of the Guild Pact. A 4 mana enchantment. If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Then each non-land permanent you control is all colors. Lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. So the Leyline of the Guild Pact on the battlefield, we get the Wildfire Pummeler for 2 mana. We get 2 mana 6/5 with Reach and Trample. Now, one of the other cards that is really cool in combination with Vivid is Tam. This is a 2 mana 2/2. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. You can tap it and target creature you control becomes all colors until the end of turn. So Tam is kind of like a backup way for us to get Vivid if we do not have Leyline of the Guild Pact in play. Simultaneously, Tam, if we have the Leyline in play, is also a way for us to make all our creatures hexproof. It's just really, really cool. So Bloom Tender has to be part of this deck, of course. 2 mana 1/1. You can tap it. Each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. So another way for us to ramp into these big cards, because that's the second part of the deck list. We are a Calamity Galloping Inferno deck. We try to like combo off with this card a little bit. 6 mana 4/6 with haste. Whenever Calamity attacks while settled, choose a non-legendary creature that's settled at this turn and create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it. Sacrifice a token at the beginning of the next end step. Repeat this process once. Settle cost of 1. So we have a bunch of really good targets for Calamity. Like Wildfire Pummeler is a fine one. You know, it's a 6/5 Reach Trample attacker that you could make 2 off. You have Terror of the Peaks because that's kind of like a combo. So Terror of the Peaks will deal damage equal to the creature's power and target whenever creature control enters. So like Terror of the Peaks and Calamity, making a bunch of Terror of the Peaks is kind of just like a one-shot most of the time. But the spicy card that also has the Vivid synergy is the Aurora Awakener. This is a 7 mana 7/7 creature with Trample, and then there comes Vivid. So when this creature enters, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X permanent cards for X number of colors among permanents you control. Put any number of those permanent cards onto the battlefield and put the rest of the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. So we're trying to gamble with this, you know, like hopefully we can just get a ton of value out of it, perhaps find some of these bombs. Now, to try and get to all of these cards faster, outside of like ramping, which we're of course doing, Smuggler's Surprise is just a good way to get there, which we will use to put up to 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. You could go for like the combo with Terror of the Peaks and Calamity, or you could do Calamity Aurora Awakener, or maybe out of nowhere put some Wildfire Pummelers in the play, which maybe you cannot cast sometimes because you don't have Leyline or Tam. Things get a little bit tricky, which is kind of where the, you know, the silliness of the deck list comes through. But then, yeah, that's why we're playing Badger Moles and Llanowar Elves as well, so that hopefully the hand is never stuck, even if we don't have the ways to use Bloom Tender to ramp up into these things, or Smuggler's Surprise. So for you Badger Mole haters out there, it's just the only way for me to cast this top end, okay? Like, Badger Mole is fine if it enables Jank. Like, you gotta agree with me there. So let's dive into the gameplay so you can check it out for yourself. This gameplay took place in the Metagame challenge last weekend, so that's why you won't see a rank in the corner, but it was a lot of fun to play this deck against some meta deck lists. And yeah, it was just really, really silly. So let's dive into it. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If everything lines up perfectly, we kill our opponent like turn 4. So let's go. Okay. I don't see a Leyline. It's not terrible though. Formidable Speaker could carry. Okay. Green. No Leyline. Well, we don't need Leyline to thrive. Like, we could technically be okay without it. Maybe. It's always Aurora Awakener that we draw into, isn't it? Well, I mean, it sets up the, you know, the Smuggler, but I need to get my land drops or I die. The Weep Elves. Yo, put some respect on my elves. Your bells are on 7/0. If this deck at 7/0, nah, like I don't know what I'll do. Something insane, probably. I don't know. JD has is really thick, so like we could block it at least. 2/4 tutor, by the way. Tutor on 2/4 body, I mean, nah, we'll be okay. Gotta believe in the thick JED. Yeah, I should have just had some bad RNG. Like, that deck shouldn't be stuck the way it was, and we nearly had to mulligan every single hand we got. Like, it was just really bad RNG in that one, so... It happens. Sometimes the craziest decks make it happen, and other times, you know, you just get hit by bad RNG. We'll definitely be playing a lot more Eyeshadow, especially once the ladder reset. See if I can get maybe, like, speedrun the Mythic with it or something. Excuse me, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Is this a leyline mirror? Please? So how much mana do I have right now? 2, 4... Got 6. I need 6. Looked the fuck in. Even though my greed, I could get punished for this biblical greed, because if my opponent has removal for Badger Mole, I'm gonna be very sad. But at the same time, in this deck, we just gotta, like, assume that we always have it and they don't. That's just the way it is. Like, it's just the way it is. We just gotta assume that we are the problem, you know? It's us, the main character. Hello. Nope, Awaker's permanence, so we could just hit 2 lands. Either way, we're gonna copy 100 Aurora Awakeners, so I'm looking forward to that. Gas, chat, gas. Be ready for it. Okay. Believe it or not, this is peak performance, chat. Believe it or not, this is peak. Okay. Yo, low-key, this is like the best the deck's ever done anyway. Like, I don't think the deck has ever performed this well, but yeah, period. You take it. I mean, it's cool when it works, but... Oh, we did that. Pure fucking jank, though, like... Pure jank. But this is how we win. Yeah, they all have hexproof from green. They have hexproof from their colors, thanks to Tam. So if you have a leyline in play, they have protection from all colors. Or hexproof, sorry, not protection, of course, hexproof. You know, like... you know, it's like... It's cool, it's cool. That is just the jank that we're working with here. See, I have removal on the sideboard. I'm not fully a greedy bitch. Thinking about what the fuck do we cut, though. Okay, well, the problem here is that I just don't have fucking a ley line, so this card's kind of dead. You're tired of cut, boss? Yeah, me too. Alright, what the hell? Let me be positive. Yeah. Yeah, I personally was convinced that Lessons would do a good enough job at keeping keeping the mole in check, but I don't know. I guess Lessons is just too hated out. I could see Cub like getting the banhammer at this point. The way things have developed, the way the Simic deck has gone so much more over the top, like when I initially said Badgermole is probably not going to get banned, it was because the deck was not refined and like broken to the way it is right now. The nature's rhythms and like the formidable speakers add so much consistency to that deck. It's like, yeah, it's unreal. I hope it doesn't get the hammer either. And I like, you know, assuming, like, realizing how long Wizard of the Coast kept Vivi around, I'm not sure, but it's like... Like, I would imagine they don't do it. I would be very shocked if they did, after, like, being so stubborn with Vivi. I mean, I have to try. This kind of sucks, though. Yeah, like, it's just the fact that the Ouroboros players, instead of being, like, a Simic aggro deck that just, like, dies out once the board is wiped, are now just relying on 100 tutor effects to give them exactly what they need. Like, that's fucked, you know? It's just fucked. And it just, like, keeps getting stronger and stronger. Well, we got double Leyline of the Guild back, but I don't know if this hand works. Now we have none, rip, but it maybe goes somewhere, I guess. Yeah, just 8 tutors. 8 tutors that all have premium rates, you know? Virtually 12 copies of Badgermole Cub or 12 copies of Ouroboros. It's like... That's fucked. Dead card, I can discard it, I guess, at least. Yeah, one thing's for sure, all those decks would die out the second you get rid of Badgermole Cub, because I feel like everybody, like, I don't think it would survive it. Yeah, I don't think it would. Well, I mean, the thing is, like... The second you remove Badgermole Cub from those decks, they all of a sudden can't play their tutors anymore. And then the whole deck dies out. So it's like, that would just kill it. It would just kill... Okay. Yo, gas. But, I need lands. I mean, I think if you get rid of a Roboroid, you also probably equally as much kill the green decks, low key. Like, more so. What's up with the land draws? We ignore them. Badger. Could be chilling, I think. think Rubberoid's more replaceable than Badgermole. I guess it depends. Like, I think it depends. Depends on how you structure your deck, you know. I don't know. I would, if I was Wizard of the Coast, I would not ban Badgermole Cub. Straight up, I just would not do it. If I was Wizard of the Coast, I would just print some fucking good removal. That's all you need. Like, it fucking dies to every piece of removal. Now just make it so that black decks are good again and... You know... Things could be good. Like, just print... I don't even know. I don't fucking care. Print a Fatal Push Fall, I care. Like, I don't fucking... To me, it doesn't matter. Just do something that makes removal worth playing again instead of playing Solitaire and just hoping that you can be degenerate enough. I've also said before, I think what could go, like... Oh my god, this is nice. I think what could go really hard as well is, like... I've always said this. I think there's a card that deserves to be unbanned. Made a video on that. I think there's a card that deserves to be unbanned, and it's Hopeless Nightmare. Like, Hopeless Nightmare would immediately put black on the map again. Immediately. If your opponent dumps 100 mana dorks on turn 2, and then you cast a Hopeless Nightmare, all of a sudden they're in a bad spot, right? Hopeless Nightmare would prevent them from just dumping their hand like it's nothing. Okay, I better hit something good here. Chat, we're so fucking alive right now. I'm chilling. I'm winning this. Watch me go. Turn 3 win, bitch. Did y'all see the turn 3 win right there? Alright, alright. Turn 3 win. I'm so fucking serious. I think you let Hopeless Nightmare go crazy. Put black decks back on the radar. You know, Hopeless Nightmare would make Pixie playable again. Pixie is gonna be very fucking good at removing a bunch of mana dorks and creatures. Like, the problem when you play a Pixie deck is that sometimes if you don't have Stormchaser's talent, you lack pressure. Right? Anybody that's played Esper Pixie in the past couple of, like, since the bans, I would say, is that you just get fucking stomped if you don't have the Stormchaser talent opening hand. Like, all of a sudden you have to play a super slow game and you're just gonna get ran over. Whereas if you have Hopeless Nightmare, you have another threat that you can win through that isn't Stormchaser talent. So it's like, the only way to put Pixie back into a top tier range, and Pixie can surely handle a bunch of Badgermoles, is bringing back Nightmare. I believe in that, I really do. I think this must be a control player, right? Or something like that. No, I think it's toxic play patterns, but is Pixie Nightmare really all that bad than losing to Kavero or losing to a turn 3 Crater Hoof? I don't think so. I think you have to pick your poison, and I think Pixie would diversify the meta while also doing a good job keeping the Badgers in check. But it's just that that deck misses a really good bounce target. Like, it misses a really good bounce target, and that would be Hopeless Nightmare. I think it would push it right back into, like, the top tier range, but they're never gonna unban shit anyways. Like, they never will. Don't worry about it. That's never gonna happen. It's nothing with pure copium, but I've thought about it a couple times, and I really think Hopeless Nightmare would be... at least add some more diversity into the format and make black return. Pixie and Nightmare aren't $50 mythics selling packs. Yeah, it's true, I guess. Nah, that's true. Gosh, I need land. Untap, please, but this will be fine. Well, yeah, I mean, simultaneously, like, somebody in the chat mentioned it too, right? Like, now we have cards like Annul. We have cards like Wistfulness. We have so many efficient ways to, like, answer artifacts and enchantments, so... it surely wouldn't be as dominant anymore as it used to be. I think. I don't know. It's all speculating, of course, but... yeah. I'll take that if they don't wanna... if they refuse to print good removal. Bring back Cut Down. Yeah, I feel similar. I feel similar about that for sure. Well, I still think there's something, like, I still feel like there's something to Recto Sacrifice with, like, those one-drop Black Goblins. Like, I think they are still also really good against the Badger decks. I will say, though, like, I'm not sure what the top 8 looks like just yet, but I don't really see Simic Orobroid winning the regional championship. Like, I don't think so. Damn, okay. I don't think they're winning. I mean, they're definitely going to make their way into the top 8, but I don't think it's going to come out, like, winning the thing. It's probably going to be Bent Airbending again or some shit. Or, like, Jeskai Control. Well, that does work with my little combo, but... Is Lesson still too powerful? Nah. It's just annoying, but it's not too powerful. It's updated. Yeah, I think we can see the top 8 here, don't we? These are the standings of round 15. Let me share with y'all. Boom. So Jeskai Control. Oracular Rhythm, which is literally just like a weird, more greedier take on Simic Orobroid. So I'm just counting it as Simic Orobroid, Bent Airbending, Simic Orobroid, Bent Airbending, Simic Orobroid, Boros Dragons, Sultai Reanimator. So you have 3 Simic Orobroid, 2 Bent Airbending, and the rest are like one-offs. Like, that's not crazy. That's a pretty diverse top 8, I feel. It's a pretty diverse top 8. Like, I do think that Jeskai Control is very well positioned against the Badgers. I think Reanimator is reasonably well positioned against the Badgers. I mean, Boros Dragons is designed to beat the Badger moles. So unless like the seeding like for top 8 is like very weird, I don't really yeah, I don't think Badger is gonna, like, Simic Badger Mole is gonna win the tournament, but based on how it's turned out. I feel like you're lying to yourself. Alright, we can make a bet. If you think Simic Orobroid wins the tournament, I'll happily put a bet down. I don't think they will based on the matchups. Unless, like, the seeding is going to be, like, you know, the Jeskai Control player against, like, Sultai Reanimator or something, and, like... But if it's like, Simic Orobroid versus a counter deck, it's never going to come out on top, like... There's just no way. Alright, another one. No, I think it's definitely correct. I think if you're a reasonable player and you're playing Jeskai Control versus a Orobroid, you know, 90% of the time you win that matchup. You know, assuming Arena's bullshit RNG doesn't, or Arena Magic's RNG doesn't destroy you, but... You know, it's never, something is never 100% because Arena or, like, Magic the Gathering is always evil sometimes, but... Yeah, Jeskai definitely works. And, like, one of the things as well, one of the crazy things too that I saw at some point is that, like, there were a lot of people that played anti-Badgermole decks and then they kept running into Lesson players. Like, sadly, the things that are great against Badgers aren't good against Lessons and vice versa. It's like, So a lot of people that played hard counter decks kind of got like, yeah, horrible matchups throughout the RC. I mean, that's how it always goes. If you target one specific deck, then you may get fucked by the other. Like, the way it is. Yeah, like, I think that's what makes it really hard. It's like, if you want to never lose to Badgermole Cub again, there's absolutely decks that can be created that do so. The problem is, those decks then get wrecked by... You know, those decks then proceed to get wrecked by counters, I fear. Then you get wrecked by decks that aren't Badgermole. Yeah, Get Lost is so fucking disgusting. Like, it's absolutely criminal that White does not have a, like, well-rounded good removal spell that can hit both Badgermole and Roboroid without absolutely, like, destroying your fucking ass. Like, I hate, like, it pisses me off so bad. I can't describe it. Like, Seam Rip's cute. Don't get me wrong. Seam Rip's cute. But, like, Iceberg, 3 mana? 3 mana? There needs to just be a very well-rounded 1 or 2 mana removal spell that hits both Badger and a Roboroid. I'm sorry, I stand by it. Life could be that easy. White can cry in a corner. Well, you know, that's the thing, like... Why doesn't Get Lost work? The map tokens are such a massive downside. They are so terrible to give to your opponent. You grow their board, you unlock their hand, you fix the top of their deck. Like, it's so awful. Yeah, Mudbutts and Curse Tosser is the chosen one. It really is. The Mudbutton is the chosen one. I'll try. You better be good. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Alright, that's not bad. Okay. Sure. Talk about in white. Would Fateful Absence be hot if they reprinted it? No. No. Alright, Ultima. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're looking for exactly, but I don't know. Can we not design like a get lost that gives your opponent 3 life or some bullshit? Like something absolutely useless. What's something terrible that we can give our opponent? 3 life? Seems about right. 3 life, a 1/1 human token? I don't fucking know. I guess you could play Parting Gust, but Parting Gust doesn't hit planeswalkers or enchantments. Be vibey. A tapped fish. Yeah, Parting Gust gives a fish, which is like not bad, of course, but then you lose the fact that you hit enchantments and planeswalkers. Yeah. Well, that's not what it's about, right? Like, it's not about that. It's about, like, having a removal spell that multiple decks can play, not just control. 2 mana Stroke of Midnight type. Yeah, yeah, maybe something like that. Exactly. Ah, damn, another Jeskai Revelation. Rip. They're chaining Revelations on us now. Don't think I can beat that. Guess we go back to the... Well, we go back to the play and hopefully we can win on turn 3, I guess. This is pretty cooked. Alright. No, they're not. They're not. I don't know. I'm not sure if the card that we were looking for ever exists, but yeah, just any good answers would just be nice. Get out of here, buddy. I need rem pieces. Do this right here. Okay. Yeah, Seer helps. Seer helps, I think. And you gotta find decks that run it successfully, you know? Oh, yeah, this blue-eyed or Jeskai control player is very pressed by our deck right now. They're really scared. About to lose to a meme. We're sweating. Anyone who asked, that's why Get Lost is bad. Yeah, like literally fixed the top of my deck and drew a land. Thanks for removing. You know? Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it. Alright, so the idea is they counter our first smuggler and then we win with the second. Too easy. Or we try. Did you arena full screen? Yeah, I do. I do. Wait, this sticks? What the fuck? Okay. I was not expecting that. Yeah, no way. Like, what the fuck? Bruh. I mean, I'd like to go in with Calamity. Feels like I may get board wipe though. Yeah, I think they got a No More Lies in hand. I would imagine they do. Well, I would have just won the game if I had Calamity here, but it feels sus. Sideboard Hexing Squelcher. Honestly, it's like the first control player I've seen like all day though. Feels like. Rarely any control players out here. Yeah, they're panicking right now. Not their tier 1 Jessica control blue getting absolutely blasted by jank. You mad. You mad. Get out of here. Wrecked by jank. This is why you should play jank. Yeah, we're just on vibes. Like this is just playing for vibes, not even playing to win, and somehow it's working out. Keep. Just vibes. Yeah, jank beats top tier. Fuck it, entering with Heir Apparent. Hell yeah. 4 Heir Apparents, or 20 Heir Apparents, couple of, you know, Elspeths, and you're good to go. Kyanite Squire, yeah, for the cutesies, for the shits and giggles. Price control couldn't do it. Well, I think they just probably had a shitty hand, just like we had a shitty hand with the Eyeshadow deck. Like, Eyeshadow is really good against Lessons. Like, we have not dropped a single game with that on the ladder. But sometimes you just draw like shit, you know? Sometimes you just draw like shit. And then it sucks. Man, I want to keep everything. I'm gonna get that badger. And hope I hit lands at the top. 4 Elspeth, 4 Raise the Pass, and a ton of Heir Apparents. Hashtag breaking the meta. I mean, listen, if Mono White Life Gain can win in the eyes of best of 1 players, then why shouldn't Heir Apparent? You know? Anything is possible. So. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up. Well, this badger is definitely dead. I may have the smuggler to get myself lands, I guess. You played Slime against humanity. Silly. Love facing of Heir Apparent with your mono green Stompy. Gosh. Heir Apparent mono green Stompy. Crazy. A little Bloom Tender action, why not? You play only Heir Apparent? Respect. Somebody keeps the tradition alive. Terror of the Peaks. Alright, all I have to do is get this Calamity on the battlefield to win the game. It's that simple. No smugglers needed when we have Badger Molcub. Yeah. Operating on vibes. Once again. They don't have it, we fuck them up. This deck definitely suffers, thrives off of Brewer's advantage. Like, nobody knows what the fuck's going on, so they keep removing the wrong things, I guess. Oh, okay. Terror of the Peaks, my beloved. Air Parent, Air Do, Draw Engine, Air Bennett, best time I had in best of one till I dropped 81%. You did it for the memes, you did it for the plot, and it was nice while it lasted, you know? Ooh. Cry about it. Lessons. Cry about it. Clean. Clean. Not struggling, not once. Never struggled. Absolute cinema. Alright, 61 special it is. Universe has decided. Calamity kind of sick though. Calamity's a cool card, you know? Like Calamity, the good old days of Calamity being like a top tier deck. Like, there was a point in time where this was the scariest shit out there. Nasty combo deck. But, lot has changed. Lot has changed. Like, the days of Calamity and Temur Battlecry are beyond, like, past us, you know? Imagine if I rolled a 7-0 with this. There's no fucking way. Like, there's no way. There is no way that's possible. Okay, Copium. 2 Wildvine Pummelers. I mean, like, if this opponent's smart and they have a Boomerang Basics, this is the right time. Like, this is the moment, so... is how the card reads. Create a tapped and second token, that's a copy of it. Repeat the process once. Dude. Pummel him. Ain't no fucking way. 6-5. 6-5 for 2 with reach and trample. Who's doing it like us? Nobody is. Nobody. Yeah, Spell Snare, dead card. You have to fire off 2 removal spells to get rid of it. But buddy, I have a fun surprise for you coming up next. I got a surprise. You may not like it. But I do. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. That's just, okay, that's 6 around. Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna go speaker. Gonna go ahead and discard this right here. Gonna go ahead and find myself another Wildvine Pummeler. Because I can. Gran did not sign up for this shit. I guess she didn't. I guess she didn't. I'm chilling though. I'm in my lane right now. This is where the lesson player realizes that they are fucked to a janky fucking deck. You're jank. You're trash. Yet here we are. Like, what the hell? 6-5. To be fair, like, Combustion Technique could reach that shit easy, but... yeah, rage bait that deck. Oh, damn. Discarding Rel. I'm cracking up. Beautiful draw. Yeah, we'll just do Sacrifice an Artifact. Absolute crazy high roll. Don't make you... I mean, this is what Lessons deserves. What do you mean? This is exactly what Lessons deserves. Luck is a strategy. Yes. Yes, this is luck in full force. Yes. But they deserve it. Like, I'm sorry. They do. They do. What's happening here? They're going after a Formidable Speaker? What, double Firebending Lesson? Spell Snare. Bad. Both Simic decks, both face Airbender decks in top 8. Yeah, they're gonna get wrecked. Airbending should just destroy Simic Badger. Unless they have like a playset of Torp Orbs in the sideboard, but I doubt it. Oh, I'm not sorry for this lesson player. I'm not. You know you're fucked. Give up, like... we both know. Bruh. What's going on right now? I'm not sure what's going on right now. I am not sure what's going on. No, I think the jankiest deck that I ever shoved on YouTube that did, like, good for my channel stats, of course, was Mono Red Atraxa. For those of you who remember the monstrosity that was. It had 46k views, which is a lot for a baby. But yeah, that was Mono Red Atraxa. You was there, yeah. I was there, yeah. That was an iconic one. But yeah, there's no Mono Red Atraxa anymore if we don't have Atraxa. It's silly. That was in the eras when Atraxa was actually still a powerful card, you know? Can you imagine such a thing? I'm kind of tempted to keep it, but it's also... like, I can do Llanowar Elves in a Tem and a Pummeler. Fuck it, let's go. You remember? Yeah, yeah. OGs remember. Mono Red Atraxa. You started watching me because of Mono Red Atraxa? That deck was just so fucking silly, man. It was really fun. It was so silly. It was so silly. I don't think this is anywhere near like the spice level of Mono Red Atraxa, but you know. Oh shit, Grand Moonshadow? Let them cook. Wait a minute. Let him marinate. Ah, shit. Tragedy is playing. Bad vibes. Wait, is this... eyeshadow? Looks like eyeshadow with Gran. This Gran as a loot engine. Okay. Interesting. I guess I could see it. But yeah, I don't have removal, so Gran is just uncontested, you know? Yeah, it's Esper Eyeshadow. Oh, you're also playing Abigail, probably. Man, double Moonshadow? Fuck, what can I do about that? I think the only way I can win this if I manage to miraculously top deck Badger Mole Cub. Not a Badger Mole Cub. I need 6 mana here. They're too fast, I think. Because I got 8 power with Menace. They're too fast. Ran into Eyeshadow at 5-0. Dex doing work. Hey. A lot of Eyeshadow's working out with, for some people, you know. But we had a bit rough games at Eyeshadow today, but it's okay. Sometimes good brews have bad days. Does happen. Boom, 61 special. Yeah, the Moon Shadow is just too aggressive, I fear. Too aggro. Bruh. Nah. We commit. Yes. We commit. Exactly, good brews have bad days, which is the case for the first run of this Vivid list. Am I a believer? No. Yeah, like, this is just a bad brew that has a good day. Like, it's just how it goes. Like, sometimes good brews have bad days and brews have fantastic days. Like, there's no way this deck is supposed to be 3-0. But somehow, here we are. Pretty funny. Yeah. It's really funny. Okay. Yeah, Vivid would have popped the Vivid would have probably popped off like crazy in DMU with the Leyline of Hope and or Leyline of fucking whatever the hell. Forget the name of it. The white Leyline thingy, the removal and all the payoff and shit. Wait, how does this Diva... Oh, we need double red, I understand. Like, how does this Diva not play this? Man, how do they have no interaction yet? Am I gonna get board wiped on X2 or something? Probably. X2 Black Sun. Don't do it. Please. I have Badger Balls to take care of. Family to maintain. You don't understand. Aw. Tough. We've unlocked the golden badger mole. Only the elite can get the golden badger mole. Looking all fancy and shit. Oh, it's Wildvine Pummeler. Alright. We take it. He's cute. Kinda just need one more mana for the Terror of the Peaks and then the Awakeners. They got a lot of work. They got a lot to do. But here comes that boy! 2 mana, 6/5, reach and trample. What do you know? Okay, got some maps. Could maybe unlock the hand. We may get some lands out of that. It would be great. Never back down. Could have been better for him. You know? Do they have a second Gran? I assume that's what this means. I could try and save it. I could go on it with the maps. Octopus form. Yeah. For real. Okay, I did hit a land, but at what cost? Because now my Badger Mole's gonna die. You can't win, man. You can't win. F's in the chat. Rip Badger. But I did have to find lands too, you know. It's tricky, because if they find something that's not, you know, emptiness as removal, then you're fucked. I know. I'm not happy with it. Rip Badger. I mean, this deck just can't handle Moonshadow if it's past, like, 3 toughness, I fear. We just have to combo. It's easy. Well, Land of the Top would be a start, you know, if anything. Land of the Top would be a start. For fuck's sake. Okay, yep. These line up a bit more with the draws that we're used to when it comes to this deck. Oof. Clunky, stuck. A little tough. A little tough. I wish I could try and make my way over to a good amount of... Oh, God. Nah, man. Not even a land? Yikes. No lands on the top anywhere. We got a Badger, but like... ugh. We move. Eyeball. What a great idea for a deck, you know? Who would come up with that? W. It's a great idea. Yeah, eyeball slaps, I mean. Oof. Yeah, we're fucked. Alright, well, you know, draws were a little sad. Oh, they're playing Abigail in that too. It reminds me a lot of the early access deck we made, the Esper deck during EA. Well, chat, 3 wins is more than I ever would have expected from this deck, so I'm quite proud. I'm quite proud. We had some crazy high rolls.